Could a single penny in your pocket actually be worth over $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 1964 Lincoln penny just like this one could be worth an astounding $1.2 million. So, how does a coin that was supposed to be worth just 1 cent end up being so incredibly valuable? Stick around as we uncover the secrets behind the 1964 Lincoln penny, and how you might just have a fortune sitting at the bottom of your coin jar. To understand why this coin is so valuable, let's take a trip back to 1964. It was a significant year for the United States and the Lincoln penny. First minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent was already a popular coin. By 1964, the penny was a familiar sight, part of daily life in America. President Lyndon B. Johnson was leading the nation, and the Civil Rights Act was changing the face of American society. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint was busy producing millions of pennies each year to meet high demand. These coins were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, materials that gave them that classic bronze look. The copper itself was valuable, even though pennies were worth just a single cent. Now, what makes the 1964 penny special? One of the main factors is the year itself. You see, in 1964, the Mint faced a unique challenge, a severe coin shortage. In response, the Mint produced an enormous quantity of pennies, over 6 billion that year. But not all 1964 pennies are the same. Among the billions of coins, there were a few pennies that came out different. Some were double-die coins, others had unique minting errors, and a select few were struck using different dies or with slight variations in design. These rare error coins and coins with double-die features are what collectors crave. These error coins are exceptionally rare because of their unique production anomalies. Double-die errors, where the design is imprinted slightly off from where it should be, create a shadowed look on some parts of the penny. These errors are a dream come true for collectors, as they add to the coin's rarity. And rarity, as we know, directly impacts value. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these rare coins, especially if they're in pristine, uncirculated condition. In the case of the 1964 penny, even the slightest error or flaw can make all the difference. Because of their age, finding a well-preserved 1964 penny without any significant wear or corrosion is incredibly difficult, making high-quality examples even more desirable. So, how did the value of a 1964 penny climb to over $1 million? Well, it didn't happen overnight. In the early days, these coins were still considered ordinary. Over the decades, however, as more people began collecting and valuing Lincoln pennies, the demand for rarer specimens grew. Some pennies started fetching hundreds, then thousands, and eventually hundreds of thousands of dollars in auctions and private sales. Today, a 1964 Lincoln penny in excellent condition and with certain rare error characteristics can sell for up to $1.2 million. It's important to remember, though, that not every 1964 penny will be worth this amount. Condition, rarity, and unique features like double dies or minting errors are what makes certain 1964 pennies so valuable. Now, here's where it gets interesting. How do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable 1964 pennies? First, look closely at the penny under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. If you notice doubling on the letters or numbers, this could be a sign of a double die error. Next, check the coin's condition. Is it free from scratches, dents, or signs of heavy wear? The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins with full, sharp details are usually worth the most, especially if they've been kept in a protective case or haven't been circulated. So, what's the market like for the 1964 Lincoln penny today? The demand for error coins, especially those from popular series like Lincoln pennies, is still strong. Auction houses, coin dealers, and online marketplaces continue to list these pennies, and some even start bidding at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Asterisk. In fact, recent auctions have seen well-preserved, error-marked 1964 pennies reaching close to or above the $1 million mark. With the right collector and the right penny, the sky is the limit when it comes to value. Here's a tip: don't underestimate your own coin collection or loose change. Check coin jars, family collections, and even garage sales or thrift shops. You might be lucky enough to come across one of these valuable pennies by chance. And remember, if you do find a 1964 penny that looks unusual, consider getting it appraised by a coin expert. They can verify whether it's one of the rare varieties and give you a better sense of its market value. So, could you be holding on to a 1964 penny worth over $1 million? With a little luck and some careful inspection, it's definitely possible. If you've enjoyed learning about the fascinating history and incredible value of the 1964 Lincoln penny, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss more valuable coin insights. And who knows, maybe you'll be the next big coin collecting success story. Imagine pulling out a penny from your pocket, an ordinary 1995 Lincoln cent, only to find it could be worth up to $1 million. Sound too good to be true? Well, let's dive into the fascinating story behind this coin and uncover why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for this small piece of copper. To understand the value behind the 1995 Lincoln penny, let's go back to the history of the Lincoln cent itself. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, the design was revolutionary. It was the first time a U.S. president's likeness appeared on circulating currency. In 1982, the penny's composition changed from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc, making the modern Lincoln cents lighter and cheaper to produce. By the time we reached 1995, billions of pennies were being minted annually, yet a few rare errors made some of them extraordinarily valuable. So what sets the 1995 Lincoln penny apart? The answer lies in a particular error, known as the 1995 double die averse. This error occurs during the minting process when the coin's design is struck more than once, creating a noticeable doubling effect on certain details. Look closely at a double die 1995 penny, and you'll see that words like Liberty and In God We Trust appear doubled. This error is obvious enough to catch with the naked eye, making it one of the more accessible and recognizable minting errors. While not all 1995 pennies have this double die error, those that do are incredibly valuable. Now you might be wondering, how did this penny reach $1 million price tag? The answer lies in the perfect mix of rarity and demand. Only a limited number of 1995 pennies have the double die error, and those in pristine, uncirculated condition are even rarer. Collectors, particularly those specializing in error coins, are constantly searching for the highest graded examples. Recently, a few of these coins sold at auction for record-breaking amounts, with top condition pieces fetching close to or even above $1 million. If you have a 1995 penny at home, here's what to look for to see if it's a rare double die variety. Start by looking at the words Liberty and In God We Trust on the coin's face. You're looking for a doubling effect, which will appear as if the letters are overlapping or shadowed. If you see this doubling, you might just have a valuable penny. Another tip is to invest in a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass to examine your coins more closely. And remember, only a small percentage of 1995 pennies have this error, so don't be discouraged if yours is not a double die variety. In recent years, the demand for error coins has surged as more collectors enter the market and seek unique pieces. The 1995 double die penny has gained fame, partly due to social media hype, auction records, and the growing accessibility of online coin trading platforms. Experts believe the value of this penny will continue to rise, especially as the pool of high-grade, error-free coins diminishes over time. If you're lucky enough to find one in mint state 67 or higher, you might have $1 million coin. So, you've identified a 1995 double die penny. Now what? First, you'll want to have it professionally graded. Grading organizations like PCGS and NGC are the most reputable services. They will authenticate your coin, assign a grade based on its condition, and seal it in a tamper-proof holder. The higher the grade, the better the chance of a significant sale price. Once graded, consider listing your coin at a reputable auction house specializing in rare coins, or check out online platforms like Heritage Auctions, which have a large audience of collectors. While the 1995 double die penny is incredibly valuable, it's not the only Lincoln cent worth serious money. Collectors should also keep an eye out for other valuable coins like the 1955 double die and the 1943 copper penny. Each of these coins has its own unique story and has achieved impressive prices at auction. For Lincoln cent collectors, these rare coins are dream finds that have cemented the Lincoln penny as a cornerstone of American coin collecting. To recap, the 1995 Lincoln penny may seem like pocket change, but its value has skyrocketed thanks to a rare minting era that's captivated collectors. Who knows, maybe you have a fortune hiding in plain sight. So, next time you see a penny, don't just toss it aside. You never know when that 1-cent coin could be worth $1 million. Don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips and stories of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Happy hunting, everyone!